Traders, welcome back to another video. We'll be going over a couple stocks that I traded today, Friday, March 20th. So to begin with, if we take a look at BA, now BA, I had a short trade this morning at $98. So we're just gonna get a line, put it at $98, and as you can see, this is where market open. So I'm gonna leave my line right here. So this is market open. As you can see, BA had a resistance at this level, 109, pre-market, cracked, created another support level, resistance level, and had a support level here. So that is a quick analysis. As we can see, consistent downtrend, had a resistance, broke down, and getting into my trade. So looking at my trade before market open, which is here, we can see BA had trouble cracking $98, and it did not do this once, but it did it twice. So it got rejected, came up for a move to the upside and pushed. So after 9:30, I took a position at 9:44 and I took a position to the short side. So I got filled at 98, as you guys can see down here. I got filled at 98, had my risk at 99, the next whole number plus some cents just in case it came back, and rode this to 97. And not only did I not take my partial yet, I took my partial at 96.50. So I took my 3/4 at 160, 96, I think 96 like 15, so like the dead bottom, because I was up like 170 plus bucks on this, and this was like very much at the end of the wick. I saw that it was having trouble breaking at 96 support, and I knew that the first test would probably be a bounce, so I took my 3/4 and then I got out for the rest on this breakout at 96.50. Got out for the trade a little more than 1.5 R. So this was a fantastic trade. This was a pretty simple setup. Had a support, tried breaking out and holding above resistance, got rejected by its pre-market resistance here at 102 level. Came back, consolidated, broke down. And it broke down under support, so I knew it had momentum to the downside. It had room to go to the downside, and we just rode it until it hit until it just couldn't crack the next whole number. So it cracked easily 97. It had trouble cracking 96, and I sold. So great trade on BA, as you guys can see. Great trade, great management. Fantastic. Taking a look at my next trade. Now, give me a second. My bad. I'm getting some. I'm getting sick. Corona. No, I'm just playing. But I took a position on Baba. As you can see right here, Baba, I took 186.76. So 186.76. So now this was a $50 loser. All right. So we'll do some quick analysis on this trade. As you can see, it also had a resistance, breakdown, resistance over, up and over, got rejected, had a consolidation bar, just like BA, and then it cracked. Cracked and then it bounced. It recovered. I took a position here at the break of 186.76, anticipating a move up and over and possibly to pre-market resistance, also morning resistance. We were anticipating a move to there. We didn't. We got an immediate rejection and a pulled back to my stop loss, and I took my stop. So now I'm gonna give you guys a tip, and a tip is I could have possibly, to not get faked out on this trade, I could have possibly waited for the break of the whole number, which was only here. So now if I would have got here at 187, even if I got filled late, 187, and I had my stop at 186, or even 186.50 for 50-cent risk, I would have got out this trade for 2 to 1, or even 1 to 1 if I took a $1 risk. So now, um, I got in a fake out, got shook out. The move happened right after, and the reason why I got shook out was because I didn't take it at the whole number or the break of the whole number. I took it before. I anticipated the move. Sometimes you have to anticipate the move, and I think at this moment the SPY was going up, but my stop was too tight in this case, and just got shook out. So that was that. Came out with a loser. So now we're here looking at Nvidia. We're just gonna skip this trade. It was a $10 winner. It was a little scalp. I couldn't really get my profits, and yeah. So I took a position on TIF. Tiffany. Haven't traded this stock in so long. So I took a position at 126.50. Boom, 126.50. Now I took a position on the short side. So I took a position on Tiffany here. I took a position on Tiffany after it got rejected in the morning. Came down, bounced once off a 196.50 level, came back, and I bought anticipating a breakdown and a continuation of the move. It shook me out, as you can see. It took me out, it stopped me, and then I had the continuation after. So now I think I had a good idea on what I wanted on this trade, and I don't think I probably did not do the wrong. I don't think I did the wrong thing. I think this was just a normal loser. I had my risk adjusted. It just happened at the wrong moment. Um. So yep, that was that. Tiffany got got taken out. As you can see, a very, very choppy, toppy, terrible stock. So this was probably the only bad thing, that the volume was kind of messed up on this trade. I mean, on this stock, and really, I probably shouldn't even have been trading something like this. But yep, that was that. Got out for a $57 loser. Now I'm gonna explain something on Tesla. Tesla, I was down $40 at in the morning. So in 2 trades, I recovered the $40 and made 60 extra dollars. So I made $100. But we're only gonna go over the last trade, which I made $40. So well, actually we can go over both. So we had a resistance here, as you can see, at 147, 457. Pre-market came down, just kept trending down, breaking. And our first position, if I can find it, our first position was at 450. So I took a position at 450 with a stop loss of $5. So I end up getting my $5 plus. So I got about 7 points out of it. 7 points out of it, and then I got it came back, and then I sold this position around here. So I was down $40 on my original trade. I made $70 back, so 7 points. I made my $40, and then I was up like 25, $27. So I made a little less than 7 points. And looking at my next trade, which made me 4 points, was this one. So as you can see, 49.57. We can take my line. We're gonna put 459.78, and I had my stop loss roughly here. So as you can see, I took this once it broke out of this previous resistance candle. As you can see, it broke out of its 450. It broke out of its 450 resistance. I'm having trouble talking because I'm sick, but I had a 450 resistance. It broke out. I sold around here. First pullback. Rebought. Bought the pullback. Bought the next break of the resistance, and then wrote it up. Wrote it up. Wrote it up. So I made about 4 points on this. So I sold. If I got in at 460 roughly, I sold for 464. So I sold about here. But reason being was I took a 3/4 partial. It came up and then it came back down and it just started tanking, and so then it took some of my profits. That's all right. We tried to milk the stock and that's all we did. But those were my trades today. I'm up over $100 today, more than 1,600 on the week. So it has been a great week to me. I am very blessed and thankful for this, and that I am able to work from my home, from my office, and trade every day. I mean, what's better? But I did miss some trades today. I missed some trades throughout the week, and I just wrote something down that came up to my head. And I want to tell you guys this just in case you're missing trades and you get emotional about it. But dwelling about a trade you miss will not do anything good for you. Think about what you missed will put you in a mentality of scarceness, which will manifest into your reality, which can cause you to trade setups that are not the best at all. Because you've given so much, um, because you've given so much importance on a trade that you missed. You should just accept that you missed it. Be grateful you even have an eye for good value, and come to the acceptance that there will be another trade and that there will always be another trade after. And just because you have a red day or a bad day, this goes for anything. Just there's another trading day, just accept your loss, learn from it, write it down, and just keep moving forward. Because if you take a look, I mean, if you try to look at things in a good positive aspect, you'll put yourself in a mental attitude of abundance. So I know this is kind of getting into um like growth and mental states, but this can help you a lot in trading, especially when you're trading, when you're seeing your P&L fluctuate, you're missing trades, you're missing opportunities every single day. This should give you a little tip. So if you guys want to just keep just like go back to this video and just like check on that little quote I just told you guys, feel free to. And so this concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed every single video I made this week because I had a green week. I mean, green day every day this week. And if you guys did, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and hit the notification bell so when I upload, I will be posting a video after this one, which will show my very best trades I've taken this week, why I've taken them, and it's just gonna give you some insight on what I was thinking of when I took them, why I took them, and how I even found them in the first place. So if you guys want to see that and see my recap of how I made $1,600 this week, I'll be posting that later on. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you can get notified when the video's out. And this concludes this video. Once again, thank you for watching, and until next time.